Hello, my name is Andrew Thomas, and I'm the Executive Director of the Westwood Village Improvement Association. Welcome to the web version of our annual meeting.
Is, in my mind, one of the most interesting parts of the city.
Prior to the bid, the village was, just kind of, I don't want to say struggling, but there really wasn't a central point organization to kind of rally all the organizations that have some affiliation, whether it be business or the students or UCLA or Chamber of Commerce or whatever, to kind of let's put all of our collective heads together and let's make this place better.
My first impression of Westwood Village was that it needed a lot of help. It was really dirty. The whole village needed a good manicure.
If you walk around, look around, just the cleanliness of the village, and that's a noticeable difference. But it's been a good year.
It's been a big change, and I think, some of my cohorts here when it first started, it'd be like, what are they going to do? How are they going to do this? And I don't think everybody realized the resources that was coming.
Now, you walk through and there's people walking around asking you if you need help. The streets are clean, the garbage cans are empty.
I feel like the streets have really cleaned up as far as cleanliness of the sidewalks. I feel safer walking to work.
The Westwood ambassadors, they really care about their jobs, and it's allowed me in 3 buildings to be able to keep my people where they belong versus out around the streets. It's made a big difference, not only in Westwood Village proper, but Westwood in general.
The village is clean, the trees are manicured, the homeless people are finding homes because of Westwood Association's affiliation with PATH.
It's just amazing that you guys have these programs in place to help these individuals instead of just moving them to another city or pushing them south of Santa Monica. So it really has been a community effort.
When people ask me, why is it that things could change in Westwood now? Most important is the new collaborative climate of the bid, that there is a coordinated effort among property owners to try to make a difference there.
We've turned a new leaf and it feels great, it looks great. I know my business has improved from it, and I see other businesses improving from it.
The Westwood Business Improvement District is a property-based assessment district that funds programs and services for the assessed area. The Westwood Village Improvement Association is a nonprofit entity that manages the Westwood bid and its programs. Funds are spent in 4 main areas: clean, safe, and beautiful, parking, communications, and special projects. The Westwood Business Improvement District boundaries extend from Wilshire Boulevard to LeConte Avenue, Gailey Avenue to Hillgard Avenue. The Westwood Village Improvement Association mission statement is as follows. The Westwood Village Improvement Association is a nonprofit organization whose mission it is to make Westwood Village a clean, safe, and friendly place for the community through maintenance, security, and enlivening programs. The WVIA shall lead the district by taking positions on district-wide short and long-term opportunities and considering matters such as city planning and zoning, parking, events, and other services that promote increased tenant recruitment and retention, business, values, and investment. Prior to the bid, the condition of the district was poor. Graffiti was common, and streets and alleys were strewn with trash and debris. Trees were wild or dead, and gutters were overflowing with garbage. Sidewalks were unsightly, and stickers were everywhere. Trash cans were overflowing, and grime and stains were common. Prior to launching our programs, we asked stakeholders to judge key characteristics in our district. As you can see in this chart, the responses were overwhelmingly negative. We also asked stakeholders to rate key services in the district. The results were also negative. We asked stakeholders to rank the condition of our district. 60% of responders felt it was either poor or very poor. Only 3% felt the condition of the district was good, and no one felt it was excellent. To reverse these trends, we immediately completed an assessment of the district and began writing requests for proposals and obtaining bids to execute on the programs and services we believed would transform our community. These programs and services include maintenance ambassadors, safety ambassadors, pressure washing, homeless outreach services, tree trimming and lighting, median landscaping, parking study and advocacy, and branding and communications. The results? Beginning on October 20th, 2011, our maintenance team began an assault on graffiti and trash in our district, removing literally tons of debris and removing scores of graffiti tags and stickers. Since that first day, they've removed over 400 graffiti tags and stickers, performed over 1,100 hours of sidewalk sweeping, returned almost 600 shopping carts to our supermarkets, removed about 350 flyers and posters, hauled away nearly 170,000 pounds of trash, and completed 85 weed abatement projects. To address our sidewalks, we began pressure washing, often 5 days a week, primarily after hours. To date, we've pressure washed over 1.6 million square feet of sidewalks and alleys. We needed our team to do more than just clean. We needed a friendly face to interact with our businesses and visitors. Our Westwood Public Service Ambassadors fill this need. These individuals have been trained to know every nook and cranny in our district, and a big part of their jobs is to provide hospitality assistance to our users. To date, we've completed over 5,000 business contacts where we enter a business and say hello and ask if there is anything we can do to help or if they have anything to report to us. We've been called directly by merchants over 180 times to provide assistance. On our beat, we've walked and segued over 3,000 miles. We've assisted over 4,000 visitors in our community in various ways, from locating our movie theaters to finding great places to get a cheeseburger. Our ambassadors also serve as eyes and ears for law enforcement to better handle low-level quality of life concerns in the district. We've provided 86 assists to local law enforcement, helping in various ways, including providing information, serving as witnesses, and managing crowd control. In February of 2011, we contracted with PATH, or People Assisting the Homeless, a social service outreach provider that works to direct our transient population towards housing. Our PATH team is in the district weekly, as well as on call as needed. They work in concert with our ambassadors to deal with many transient issues. PATH has connected 7 chronically homeless individuals to temporary housing, and 1 formerly homeless individual to permanent housing. PATH was also the recipient of the Whole Foods Market 5% Day, in which Whole Foods donated 5% of their proceeds to PATH to supplement Westwood services. In September of 2011, we began a tree trimming project that would eventually include nearly every one of our 482 district trees. The results were outstanding. Tree canopies no longer met in the middle of our streets, and building frontage that hadn't been visible in ages became clear. Nothing says welcome like tree light. Also in September of 2011, we repaired damaged electrical infrastructure and powered tree lighting on Broxton and Westwood Boulevard. District landscaping medians were overgrown or simply not planted at all. After an infrastructure repair project to correct our irrigation, we were able to plant landscaping that is California native and drought resistant. We heard loudly and clearly from our stakeholders that the condition of our sidewalks is a priority. To that end, our board allocated a significant portion of our special projects budget allocation to sidewalk repair and replacement. To correct areas of sidewalk lifting, we embarked on a sidewalk cutting project that levels grade changes in an aesthetically pleasing manner that is also ADA compliant. Staff conducted a count, and we discovered over 600 instances of small lifting in our district that can be resolved by this cutting technique. The Westwood Village Improvement Association has been charged with more than clean, safe, and beautiful projects. We are also tasked with improving the parking experience in our district. Over a series of meetings with our board and key stakeholders, we were able to assign facts to what we all knew to be long-standing truths about parking in our community. For example, we confirmed it's hard to find available parking meters in our district. Our meter occupancy rates averages around 95% over the course of a day, and 42% of the time, vehicles with handicap placards occupy our meters. On the other side of the spectrum, we learned that we have many private, off-street spaces in our district, and at any given time of day, including our busiest times, 1,000 of these spaces are available to the public. Our mission is clear. We need to better direct our users to available parking, and private and public, and we need to free up on-street parking in our district. To this end, the WVIA approved a set of initiatives we believe will help us improve the parking experience for our users. We will create a new definitive wayfinding system to better identify our parking. We will work to create a parking resource for employees in our district. We will establish good neighbor policies to create a reasonable expectation of availability and cost. We will better utilize our public Broxton structure. And finally, we will embark on an effort to create a parking district in our community so we can direct parking revenues back to our community. Our management district plan calls for us to create a website and newsletter, but we soon learned we needed much more. We needed a true brand identity. With the guidance of our board, we soon had a brand identity that spoke to our community. In fact, our logo is our community, as you can see here. Our logo and branding system is becoming more and more visible in our district. We've changed our ambassador uniforms, put up light pole banners, wrapped our maintenance vehicle, and our newly refurbished trash cans. Next, we needed a website that would serve as the front door for our district. As you can see here, our website is a fully functioning directory that allows users to find our district's businesses and also even go to those businesses' websites. We also have a specific walking map that is a downloadable PDF. Users can either use our website to find specific geographic locations for our merchants and even print out the map and take a walk through our community. Our website is also a parking resource. Through our partnership with ParkMe, users can identify parking in our district by location and also cost. Finally, web users can learn about the Westwood Village Improvement Association. For example, here are our newsletters. And here is a calendar where users can find when and where our meetings are to be held. Our district has changed for the better. Graffiti has been removed and our alleys are clean. Trees have been planted and debris removed from our storm drains. Sidewalks are clean and frequently pressure washed. Trash cans are emptied and sidewalks have come back to life. 1 year later, we reached out to our stakeholders to ask them again the same questions. As you can see, the results are in many cases 100% reversed. Our services also rated very high, some so high that their services did not register even a single negative response. Again, we asked our stakeholders to rate the condition of our district. 10% said it is excellent, 53% said it is good, and 32% said it is fair. How did this blanket statement change over the past year? Before the bid, no one said the condition of the district was excellent. This is an improvement of 10%. Before the bid, only 3% said it was good. This is a 50% improvement. We asked our stakeholders to state their level of optimism about the Westwood Village District. 55% were very optimistic, 37% were somewhat optimistic. A remarkable 92% of responders have positive feelings about the future of our district. Finally, the term of the Westwood Village Improvement Association expires at the end of 2013. It is very important that the organization be renewed so our services can continue, and the WVIA remains in place to lead the revitalization of our district. Our renewal effort is currently underway, and we look forward to continuing this important and necessary work in our community. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to seeing you in Westwood.